a cover limit of $500,000, and we give it outpatient limit of 50,000. Yeah, 50,000. And we also add 7,500 dental and 7,500 optical. So a cover limit of $500,000. Guess how much you would pay annually? Inpatient of $500,000. You have outpatient of 50,000. Dental 7,500. Optical 7,500. It covers you ambulance 15,000 per year. It covers you as the principal member a last expense cover of 40,000.
Hi guys, I hope this video finds you well. My name is Martin, in case you're here for the first time. Na sisi ni watu wa insurance. We do civic education as well as reviews on insurance, especially within the Kenyan market. I know you have been wondering where we have been for the last few days. I told you it's not easy to be consistent because we have other things that we do, but we try our best to be very consistent, and that's why we have decided let's come back before siku zikimbie sana, because we also have some videos that we haven't done. We have so many questions that we have not answered, and we are trying to keep up with this pace. In as much as kuna vitu zingine tunafanya, we want to squeeze our time and find time to do this because it's equally important. Now, in case you are here and you have a question in regards to insurance and you want it answered, you can always type that question in the comment section and we'll pick that question and do a video for you, because our business is to help you understand insurance before you buy, just to avoid frustrations. And in today's conversation, we want to talk about medical cover. And especially nowadays, so many people are complaining about SHIF. Is it SHIF or SHA? SHA. It's a bit unpredictable. Most people find it somehow unpredictable out of experience. Kuna watu wanaenda maybe unapata bill kubwa, SHA inakulipia something very small. And on that note, you need to be aware of the medical covers that are available in the market that you can complement the SHA, because especially for those people with families, it's not very advisable to be without a cover, either SHA or a medical cover, a private medical cover, because we are a bit exposed. And in today's conversation, we want to talk about medical covers on budget. Those medical covers that are, would I say cheap? I would say affordable, that you can be able to buy without stretching yourself too much. And that's the conversation we want to have. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. Is the best way to support our content, and we are here to educate you on anything insurance. And without wasting much time, I want to introduce my guest so that we can have this conversation. Karibuni sana. Karibu sana Bwana Mwai.
Thank you, Martin, as always.
Yes.
And to our wonderful viewers, I want first of all to appreciate all of you, and also apologize for that time we have taken before we've posted a new content. One of the things I must assure you is that we are very, very committed to giving you something quality so that you can learn, you can also get to understand what is best for you when it comes to making decision of buying. So today we want to focus on something very, very interesting, and I must tell our viewers that I recently was called by a client, and he informed me that his mother has been sick for some times. Unfortunately, SHA has really frustrated, so by all means he's being forced to get the money out of his own pocket. Sometimes you go to a hospital and the bill becomes too huge. Yes. Unfortunately, how much the SHA pays is quite frustrating, but we can't keep on complaining. Sometimes you need to get out of our ways.
Yes.
And know what else you can have before the mess is fixed. So today let's talk of medical cover.
Yes.
That are on a budget. something that is very affordable, something that you may not even feel, and something you can pay in installments.
Yes. So before I think we get into that conversation, when we look at affordability, are we saying affordable to someone who is a average Kenyan, or that is kama boda boda na mamboga, or what are we talking about when we talk about affordability? Because that's a relative.
Okay, I agree with you.
Yes.
Affordability means differently to different people.
Yes.
And we are talking of an average person.
Yes.
Because of course we understand that the minimum you pay or you used to pay under NHIF was around 500, and most of us were very comfortable with that much, which meant that per year that was around 6,000.
Yes.
But if you wanted to upgrade that cover, you could, which was coming to around 12,000. Yeah, which was more comprehensive. Now this cover starts from 4,600, which means that it's even cheaper than SHA or
the previous
NHIF.
Yes.
However, must tell you that how you pick this cover depends on two things. One is the number of dependents you have, and number two, the limit of cover you would wish to have. But from where I sit, I can tell you the medical cover is quite flexible, has bigger panel of hospitals.
Yes.
And it has some extended benefits, like ambulance. It covers you ambulance services. It also covers you fire policy in the event of fire breaking out in your own house or in your business. Imagine it can cover. It covers both maternity or delivery, either on CS.
No more cesarean.
Yes, no more cesarean, or what we call CS. And at the same time, it also covers last expense, which means that every member of your family, in the event of msiba, the company comes through and pays for the expenses of last expense. That is why it is very broad.
It has a lot of
good
benefits. Yes.
And something that you can enjoy even having. And one of the things I can tell our viewers is there's nothing as when you don't have money, we always encounter some problems. I mean, if you don't have a medical cover, you'll always see the need of going to a hospital. But when you have that medical cover, most likely you may not even get sick, because sometimes it's more of a psychological. You even get stay a word like sicker.
Chances of getting sick.
You are more likely to your illness to deteriorate.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. When you don't have a medical, because you are managing like two stress. You are sick, and at the same time it is
you are managing the fear of, if something happens, what will I do?
How will I pay this? And you will find the majority of people, if you are taken to a relatively expensive hospital, the family, yes, actually the family start talking and saying, why don't you take him to that mission hospital which we can afford? But the illness doesn't understand that.
But on that note, there are some people who really avoid hospitals because of money.
I can tell you.
Watu unasemaga, wacha nione by Monday, then nitakuwa.
Yes.
And then you're postponing, the situation becomes worse or even not manageable, or even risk higher bill because you need more attention.
Yes.
So you avoid to kwenda to the first time you felt something.
Where it could have been managed.
Yes.
Easily, you could have paid cheaper.
Yes.
And it's simply because you don't have any medical cover.
Yes.
You don't have a fallback position. So that is why it is important we have this conversation. And the covers, because we've shopped around, and we've seen different companies offering what you call the SME cover, or the emerging, we are calling it the emerging market. These people who are below
average.
So there's a cover that can there's a company that charges the minimum, I think 7,000, for a cover limit of 100,000. There's another company that is charging 5,000, still in our market. But what is very common to all these insurance policies is they are also covering other risks apart from the main thing, that is
illness.
The illness. They are covering it's blending, or it's also what do I call it? There's some aspect of domestic policy in that. Others are covering fire and theft, still in the medical cover, and they're also adding up some complementary services like ambulance and last expense, which ordinarily a conventional medical cover may not really be able to do. So let me go straight to the cover.
Yes.
So, and I want to demonstrate using this. A cover of inpatient. Basically, what we know is this, that we have inpatient usually and a medical cover. We also have outpatient. So outpatient, because these are the basics, then we have dental and we have optical. A cover limit of 500,000. Let me start with a cover limit that is reasonable to our population. At the same time, in the event of something, it can be able to at least lift off the burden. So number one, a cover limit of 500,000, and we give it outpatient limit of 50,000. 50,000. And we also add 7,500 dental and 7,500 optical. So a cover limit of 500,000, guess how much you would pay annually? So an inpatient limit of 500,000, you would just pay 15,000 whole year. Outpatient of 50,000, you'd pay around 23,000. So if you pay 15 plus 23, that's around how much? 38. So so there you have inpatient of 500,000. You have outpatient of 50,000. Dental 7,500. Optical 7,500. It covers you ambulance 15,000 per year. It covers you as the principal member a last expense cover of 40,000. Covers what we call a fire cashback. When other people are doing chango, also the company will chip in and will pay or will give you 5,000. So all that for 30,000. That may not really sound as an affordable cover for an average person. However, as we said earlier, you can always choose your limit depending with the weight of your pocket. So if you have 10,000, we also have something for you.
So when you talk about a 500,000 limit,
yes,
this is the maximum or this is the minimum?
That is, the cover is made for an average person. So the maximum inpatient limit you can take in this cover is 500,000. The minimum you can take, the minimum limit is 75,000, which goes for 4,600 shillings per year. Yes. So there's no excuse you could have not having a medical cover. And let me tell you, you'd rather have 50% of what is required than have zero. Just like we tell parents, when your child is possibly joining university, it becomes more sensible if you are telling people, this is the much I have, add me. Yeah, but what you'll find is someone has 0. How do you assist? Yeah, so we are saying this. There's literally a cover for everyone.
Yes.
Yeah, so you can't really give excuse of not having a medical cover. And it is important, because that one thing that can really make you as Martin and your family sleep along the roadside is a medical bill.
Yes.
And we don't have a budget. There's no budget. You can go to a hospital for one day, you are charged, let's say 10,000. You can still go for the same one day for a different medical condition, and you are charged 500,000. So you can't really say, well, mimi niko na Yesu. You know, that is
Kuna wale wa Yesu.
Kuna wale wa Yesu, but everyone is for Jesus. Let me tell you this.
And you know, sickness comes to both.
Yeah, sickness comes.
Those who believe they are for wako na Yesu.
Yes.
Na wenye hawajui wako wapi.
Kabisa. So it is very important.
Yes.
To consider. You know, I thought it's a funny thing. Yeah, if you start thinking about something, sometimes nature assists you to have it.
Yes.
If you think having a car is a liability, I'm telling you,
you'll
never have it.
Yes.
Because until you shape you condition your mind that having this is manageable, it then becomes manageable.
Yes. Then what are the qualifications of having a this type of medical cover for someone who is average?
As long as you are below 65 years, that is one of the qualifications.
Then you have to be a Kenyan?
You have to be a Kenyan, and the only document we need is your ID, your KRA PIN, and you give us your dependents. That's it. Within a day, you have your policy document, and within a month, you can start using your medical cover. Wow. As simple as that.
Wow.
Yes.
There you have it. I hope that serves the purpose of this video. You have learned something about medical.
Yes.
And for today, we were looking at someone who is below average.
Yes.
Is it possible to have a medical cover? And the answer is yes. And I hope we were able to answer that question. And if you have any question in regards to insurance, whether it's medical, whether it's general, whether it's investment, any type of question that touches on insurance, you can always type that question in the comment section below, so that we can be able to do a video such as this one just to help you understand. And thank you very much for watching this video to the end, and I hope we gave you value for your time. And until we see you in the next one, God bless you and
bye bye.
Bye bye.
But before you forget, on the description below you will see some link.
Yes.
So that you can be able to see what we have for medical.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right.
We put those links in the description box.
Thank you.
See you in the next one.